Hello everyone! We're back with another lesson and another revision, which is the order of operations. Let's begin. Why do we use order of operations? I'm gonna try to explain it using an example. I'm gonna give you this equation 7 plus 3 times 5, and I'm gonna try solving it in two different ways using different orders, or I follow different steps. From the first one, I'm gonna start with the 7 plus 3. Okay? 7 plus 3 gives me 10, and I drop the 5 as it is. Multiplying 10 gives me 50. Now, I'm gonna try to solve the other equation in a different order. Instead of starting with the plus, I'm gonna start this time with the multiplication. So I'm gonna start with this part here, which is the 3 multiplied by 5. I drop the 7, and the 3 multiplied by 5 gives me 15. Okay? Now adding 7 and 15 gives me 22. What do I do now? I have the same equation, but I have two different results. Which one is correct? Is it the one on the left or is it the one on the right? In order not to get confused, this is why order of operations is there. It is like a series of steps that you should follow in order to solve a mathematical equation in a correct way to get the same answer at the end. What is this order that we have to follow? This order is designated as PEMDAS, as I like to call it, which is a fast way to memorize it. What does PEMDAS stand for? If I wanted to put it like this, each letter in PEMDAS stands for a certain order or a certain operation that should be done in the correct order. To start with, the P is responsible for parentheses. Parentheses. And this right here comes in first place, number one. So if I have a mathematical expression that I have to solve, first things first that I have to solve for is the parentheses. After the parentheses comes the exponent, which is in the second place. So after I'm done with my parentheses, I go ahead and I start solving the exponents that are there in the expression. Now, the M and the D stand for multiplication and division. Now here is where it gets tricky. The multiplication and division are both in the third place. Be careful. Here is where it gets tricky. The multiplication does not come before the division. The multiplication and division are both at the same level. When you want to solve, you start with the one that comes first. As you're equating from left to right, the operation that comes first, you start with it. Okay, be careful. The multiplication is not before the division. Thing is applied for the addition and subtraction, which stands for the A and the they both come in the fourth place. And the same thing that applies for the multiplication division applies for them as well. Okay, so if I have an expression that has both addition and subtraction, make sure you start with the one that comes first, moving from left to right. Now, moving on, after I've figured out the order, which is going to write it here, which one is correct, the left or the right? Let's see. In the PEMDAS, I know that the multiplication comes before the addition, correct? Multiplication is in third place, the addition is in the fourth place. So the one on the left is wrong. This is not it. And the one on the right is correct. So this is the correct way to solve this expression after finding or after using the order of operations. Let me give you another example. Let me write here the PEMDAS so you can follow up as I go. In this expression, I have 1 plus 2 cubed. All of it, it's divided by 3 multiplied by 2. If I wanted to start, first things first comes the parentheses. However, this one's tricky. In this parenthesis, which is here, I have two operations. I have the plus and I have the exponent. Now, within the parentheses, I have to apply the order of. I check. The exponent comes before the addition. So within this parentheses, I start by solving the exponent. Let me solve the exponent. 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 2 gives me 8. So I simply replace the 2 cubed by 8. By 8. And I drop the rest as it is. Notice that I did not remove the parentheses sign because I'm still not done with the parentheses. I still have the addition that is within it. Adding 1 plus 8 gives me 9, and then I drop the rest. So now I have 9 divided by 3 multiplied by 2. If I go back to the order, now I have an expression with division and multiplication. Be careful. The note that I said before, the multiplication does not precede the division. They are both at the third place. In this expression, the division comes before the multiplication. We have to solve by moving from left to right. So we start with the division in this case. 9 divided gives me 3, and then I drop the 2. So I have 3 multiplied by 2, which is 6. And there you have it. We solved an expression using the order of operations. Now, let me give you another example. But instead of putting the 3 on the 2, I'm going to put the 3 here on the parentheses. Does this change things? Will the answer change? Let me see. Starting again with the parentheses, I have to solve. This is the parentheses here. I only have the plus in it. The 3, which is in the exponent, is not within the parentheses, it's on it. So I just ignore it and I start by solving the parentheses. 1 plus 2 gives me 3, and then I drop the rest. Oh wait, what happens to the 3 in the exponent? Aha, I drop it and I add it on the sum that I got, or the solution that I can get within from the parentheses. In this case, the 3 will be sitting on the 3, which was brought by 1 plus 2. Now, solving for 3 cubed, which is the second uh, step in my expression, 3 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 3 gives me 27. So, let me put the 27 in my expression. I have 27 divided by 3 multiplied by 2. Now, 27 divided by 3, now we're facing the same issue as before. We start with the division. 27 divided by 3 is 9, and then I drop the 2. 9 multiplied by 2 gives me 18. Notice that when I changed the place of this cube, its exponent, the answer completely changed because the order changed. So be careful from this trick. Now, to summarize real quick, let me give you a math quiz where you can try it on your own. Make sure to solve it and write the final answer in the comments below. Calculate the following expression and show your work. Show your work on your own and write the final answer of this expression in the comments. Let us see who will figure it out. Thank you for watching.